Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome back to episode 9 of Europa Universalis 4 as Malwa. And it's been a long morning this morning because even though I only played this yesterday, I've completely forgotten how things were going on. We had that decision available where we could change to Sikhism, which I don't really think is worthwhile doing, simply because all of my neighbours are Hindu. I mean, we are Sunni here. Lots of Hindu going on, and now all of a sudden we've got Sikh here as well. So we are a mess at the moment. But we'll probably keep trying to switch over. I don't know. The state religion is Sunni, so that's what we'll keep aiming for. Obviously, we don't want to end up with too many problems with our neighbours due to differing religions. Heathen tendencies. Once your province, they seem negative 38 because they want Kalpi. Which one is Kalpi? You want that, do you? Yeah, I bet you do. So, we're going to have a few problems, potentially, with our neighbours. I could probably take Jainpur in a fight. The thing is, Jainpur are probably one of the only things that are actually protecting me a little bit from Bamanis, and Bamanis are quite large. We also don't have a huge amount of manpower, so I do still want to be careful here. We've also got some rebellions that we definitely need to put down, recharge our manpower. We're going to look for our little opportunities where we can take them, so we might possibly be able to grab little bits and pieces here and there. Jainpur are currently in a war with Bamanis. That's because somebody attacked somebody and I can't remember who it was now. That is because Raracantha, who are allied with Bamanis, attacked Negwa, who are being guaranteed by Jainpur. There we go. Move towards legalism and lose some prestige. Manpower modifier and tax modifier local in Gondwana go down. I think we'll just grab that local and rest, to be honest. Okay, we have a rebellion that has fired. Excellently, that rebellion is going to wipe out some attackers from Bamanis who are about to walk into them. Am I not going to get there in time? Am I actually going to get... Wow. Okay, 10 years of... I'm forgetting all of my words today. What is the thing you get from these guys in the province? Separatism? 10 years of separatism. Actually, it doesn't appear to be there, though, for some reason. Okay, well, we'll unsiege that, and then we'll go and march over here, of course. Every time something like this happens, it costs us money, costs us manpower. It's all very annoying. And we've just got to wait and sort of find an opportunity to get in and attack somebody. I'm still kind of hoping that Adar get a claim over here. Against Jalavad, give us a chance to get in there. We do have a free diplomat, so I am going to keep my eye on things and see if we do get any opportunities to jump in and get anything done. Timurids aren't currently in any wars. We also they don't owe us any favours. I wonder if that's why we can't declare... Well, they won't come in. They are in debt. And it is a distant war. Already at war with Raracantha. And only negative 10 with Orissa, but that's mostly because of our diplomatic reputation. So things might sort themselves out. So we have... That actually might go down. We need to keep our eye on the others, though. I wonder, if we were to split this army up between these two provinces, would that then be enough to get that to go down in both provinces? This one's probably... Yeah, this one's still got a bit of unrest. I'm just trying to see how many soldiers I'd have to move over there. I think 20 is the maximum you can benefit from in a province. So do we have any unrest there now? No, we don't. Do we have any unrest there? No. So that should actually make that tick down. Looks like this war is over. And it is. Raracantha did actually take some land up there. So this is where I'd like to be able to jump in, but that would bring in Bermanis and Jalavad, which might just be what we have to do. Unfortunately, Bermanis probably still really beats us on manpower here. Bermanis has got 32. Well, manpower not so much. We're about the same. They do have some mercenaries. They've got a lot of cavalry, but they do have 32,000 men, which makes life a little bit tricky for us. But let's deal with these rebellions. We will get our chances. Looks like Orissa has integrated that final vassal over there. But yeah, this Raracantha here is definitely our nearest neighbour to be able to grab something from. You're allied with Vijayanagar, but you're probably the easiest target to go for if you guys will ever get a claim over there. I can't even tell if they're fabricating claims or not. Can't actually tell what they're doing. We can take a Diplotech. There's no reason why we shouldn't, so let's go ahead and get that done. Disloyal estates is fine. We've got some money, so we can build in provinces. What could we get here? We could try and get another tax building. There are still some that would give us a reasonable amount. What about trade? Oh, that's definitely worth getting. Let's go ahead and get some of these trade buildings, try and get that built up. So Jampur's got pretty wrecked. They don't really have much of an army to speak of. This event, again. I guess we just have to move towards legalism and take the prestige hit, or I think the event's just going to keep popping. As annoying as that is, we just need it to go away. We are still short a military advisor, but I think that is fine for the time being. We are starting to get rid of these rebellions now, which is good. It'll let our manpower recover, it'll let our money recover. We need to find a way. Oh, right, okay, so now Raracantha is declaring a war on Malwa. This is really going to start to make Raracantha very big. I mean, they're already quite a tasty target. If we attack them, Bermanis and Javalad would still come in. If only I could get some of my allies to come in and help here. Timurids are still in debt, and I can't afford to pay that off. Jaipur have a truce, and Orissa still don't really like us. So, I mean, they are still valuable as allies because they are protecting us. Even though they've got truces and things, they would still most likely honour a defensive call. But they're just not being particularly useful elsewhere. Yeah, Malwa is a single state anyway, so it's a single province, so it's hardly surprising that they're looking like getting wiped. What about tech? We are going to slip behind. Interest per annum reduction. We probably don't have an awful lot of inflation, so yeah, it's not really worthwhile doing that right now. So once we get rid of, and I think we have got rid of all these separatists, I think we can probably move you over here and not have the problem. So let's group you up so you don't take the attrition. Kalinjar is having some problems. Kalinjar is where? Over there. So let's move you in there, and then maybe we can actually get you drilling, which should still make that go down. See, those separatists are going to come back up again now, because there is a little bit of separatism there. There's a tiny bit of separatism in this province. But there isn't really much that I can do about that. Non-accepted culture. Positive stability. I mean, what we could do, if we went up to one more positive stability, and it's probably worthwhile doing, actually. I know I've been holding it off. We'll do it. One boost of stability. This is going to make a lot of our unrest problems go away now. So this won't have any unrest at all. So they've already dropped off the list. These guys are still growing slightly. We'll make more money as well, so it's always worthwhile doing. Okay, so we need to... So, yep, they've done that. They've taken Malwa. These guys are going to get really big, and I need a way to get at them without Bermanis coming in. Hopefully Bermanis are going to end up in a war with Vijayanagar, but they've got a truce until 91, which is problematic. Vijayanagar have got loads of alliances over here, which is interesting. They still have me rivaled. It'd be nice if they didn't. These guys are also allied with Vijayanagar, so it's not like... Well, we can't get down to them anyway. So kind of stuck in the middle at the moment. I mean, what I could do... I could break my alliance with Jainpur. I could break my alliance with Jainpur and start trying to go after them. That is really, really risky. Because a war with Jainpur could possibly mean... a war with Jainpur could possibly mean that I get attacked by Bermanis. But heck, it's not like they're really helping me out with anything. They're not particularly great in a war. We do still have the Timurids as an ally. So maybe that's what we have to do. Maybe we have to break that alliance with Jainpur. And find a way to go after them. I believe we do have some sort of CB against them. They've got a Reconquest CB against us. I have a Conquest CB against them. So yeah, maybe we do. Maybe we just drop Jainpur and try and take some land from those guys. Bermanis has got a lot of allies and they're just getting bigger. I'd love to be able to take this land from BarraCuda, but I just don't know how feasible that is going to be. All of this stuff over here is getting eaten up by the various other little nations around it. Is there anything else I could do to get you involved in this war? The only way I could do it is with Jalavad, and we still don't have a claim against Jalavad. Unless my vassal has hurried things up. And no, they haven't. They still don't have a claim over there. And claims on lots of useless stuff. We can build improvements. It might be worth getting another trade building here. A little bit more trade power. Oh, I mean, obviously, even if I break the truce, I've still got to wait 5 years before I can do anything. Diplomats are all still doing stuff. See, the other problem is as well, who can Bermanis attack? Bermanis have a truce with Vijayanagar. They have a truce with Jainpur. So, I'm their neighbour and they can attack me. So, we may well end up... I am certain at this point, actually, if I wasn't allied with the people that I'm allied with, Bermanis would be attacking me right now. Almost certain of it. I will trade 10 legitimacy for some mercantilism. That seems like a good deal. We're actually making 6.32 ducats per month now, which is actually quite good. Is it worth us getting a military advisor? I mean, we're not exactly behind in military tech. And we are admin focused. So I think we'll just leave the military advisor off for now. We'll hire one if we go to war, because we might find one with some sort of bonuses and benefits that help us in the war. But I don't think we actually need to have one other than that. Not one just to keep around. Let's keep on with the conversions. I think I had stopped for a little while initially because of the rebellions. But I think that at the moment we can afford to carry on doing that. I'd love to be able to get rid of BarraCuda just so we could actually join our sort of territory up with our vassals here. I've still got no CB again. I mean, I could do a no CB war. It's not exactly smart, and we get 43 aggressive expansion just for declaring the war. And so we could go ahead and do this, but with no allies to come to our aid. Timurid seem to... No, they've still got their debt. I just thought they'd got rid of their debt, but they haven't. Obviously, Jampur have the truce. Orissa still have the... Oh, we've still got a low diplomatic reputation. Mostly because of annexed subjects. When does that go away? Where's the thing that shows me all of our annexed subjects? 86. So 2 more years and Orissa would potentially come in and help us. Still getting this money. It's probably still worth getting stuff and get a workshop there. A great advisor has died. Did we just get 2 die at the same time? No, it was our Diplo guy. Do we need a Diplo guy? Don't really need spy network construction right now. Or do we? Do we get a military guy? Or do we just save up the money? I think we might just save up the money at this point. Jampur have got rebels now. Oh, I'm so tempted to go after Jampur. Can you guys just hurry up and... What sort of leader have you got, actually? This guy is balanced. It would be nice if you did go and start getting some claims on some stuff. Now Kutch has a claim over here. Do we have a claim on Kutch? We don't have any claims on Kutch. So I'm just trying to find places that we can attack. Now then, we do have a claim over here. They have... Ah, this is interesting. Here's a possibility. So who are you guys at war with currently? Jessalama, which are you guys. I think we'll have to wait until that war is over. I mean, they may end up taking a lot of it. But then we'll be able to attack these guys. These guys are allied with Mewat. Are Mewat still in existence? Oh, Mewat's over here. That's fine. We'll wait until that war's finished. And then we might be able to come and grab some of this and feed it to our vassal. It's better than sitting around doing nothing. Kalinjar, yeah, we've still got these ones that are likely to pop. I'm going to leave the guys drilling until it gets to 80%. 2.3 years, so we've still got a while. I just need to keep my eye open for the banner flag up here. So yeah, we need to wait for that war to finish, and it'll either end with the land still belonging to Nagor, or Nagwa, I guess it is, and then we could go in there and grab that. We could actually get an alliance with Nagwa at this point, because they don't have an alliance with anybody right now. But it's probably not worthwhile doing so. I'm also guessing we are at our relationship limit as well. There we go. So that has now changed hands and belongs to Jaslama. They are allied with Mewat, who have these 2 provinces over here. The problem that I guess I could go through Jampur, so it's not a big issue. Let's stop drilling. I mean, this might be a colossal mistake. Might be an absolute colossal mistake, but we'll see what we can do. Again, we still have to watch out for this rebellion down here. But if I'm going to do this, can have a taxation policy. Plus Diplo Rep, minus 15% Liberty Desire. Well, no. Cheaper core creation cost, and we also get manpower for the total... Oh, you get 1,400 manpower for the total development of your subjects' provinces. Or we get the tax modifier. I think we go for the tax modifier, to be honest. And some free monies. So let's get these guys up. I'd love not to have to deal with this, to be honest. But that's a lot of unrest there. Autonomy decrease. Reassessment survey. Can't even increase the autonomy here. Separatism is decaying. What's that resource? They're gems. Excellent. Okay, we can grab ourselves admin tech. Let us do it. Stay ahead of time. We can take a new idea group. And do you know what? Let's take a military idea group and let's do the usual quantity ideas. Not quality, quantity. There we go. Because we really do want to try and get some manpower. We can now invest in an idea. Now, why does that actually give us a different thing? Gain +1 from innovativeness. So does that mean it doesn't cost us anything? Picking this idea will now increase our innovativeness with 1. Okay. Well, instant +50% manpower we are going to take straight away. Manpower recovery speed plus 20%. Thank you very much. That puts us closer to the yearly prestige and the 25% religious unity, both of which will be particularly useful. So let's start moving up here. There are rebels around, which is going to be a bit of a pain. Now then, Jeslammer, how many men do you have? Guessing you're probably going to be quite far down on the list. Let's just sort this by alphabetical order. Otherwise we'll be here forever. You have 6,000 men, so I do still need... I can't just do this with my little 2-stack. How many men have you got there? You've got 4,000 men. Of course, just as I move these guys out, that rebellion wants to start, so I'm going to have to wait here. I can't just dive in, and as much as I'd like this plan to work, you're now in a war against... You're now defending against Delhi. And you're being guaranteed by Jaipur now. So that plan's just gone out the window. Jaipur, will you stop guaranteeing people? That said, that would be an excellent way for me to get to war with Jaipur without having to break my... I mean, obviously it would break the truce. But I wouldn't be declaring directly on Jaipur, which means I wouldn't have to break the truce and then... I wouldn't have to break the alliance and then wait for the truce. I could literally just attack somebody there guaranteeing, which would then automatically put me at war with them. Jaipur are actually now down here sieging out Bamanis. So you're the defender against Delhi. So this is now Bamanis in the war. Their attacker against Jaisalmer. So who's attacking them now? Maybe it's Delhi directly. This might be our opportunity to sneak in here when somebody's busy. Defensive war, attitudes towards enemies. Yeah. It would really need... Jaipur would need to do a lot of damage down here to Bamanis. What about if we just declared war directly on Bamanis? I mean, that would bring in Raracantha and Kotes. Kotes is not really a problem. Raracantha is. Yeah, it's a difficult one. I'm just going to see what Jaipur's troops do down here, actually. Because we might get the opportunity to do something. We do need to deal with these rebellions, though. These are going to be our biggest problem right here. Some local goods produced reduced there. We can enact a government reform. So we could change one of these if we wanted to. We could get rid of that tax modifier and go for trade efficiency and trade range. Or national manpower modifier plus 15% might not be a bad thing. But our new one, our new reform that is available, monthly autonomy change can go down, or max promoted cultures plus 2. How are we doing with our promoted cultures? I can never remember which flipping page it's on. So I'm just going to click randomly on everything till I find it. It's here, isn't it, somewhere? There it is. Max promoted cultures. So, yeah, we've got a couple of here that we could really do with promoting. So maybe having those extra 2 max promoted cultures isn't a bad idea. Because the monthly autonomy change is quite low. Sure, let's go for the bureaucracy. And then we can promote these other 2 cultures. And that'll be worthwhile doing. So, Bamanis have got a lot of troops up here now. wonder if there's a possibility that their troops might get stuck. But they're not really dealing with Jaipur. Right, now they're coming. This is where it's all going to fail for Jaipur if it fails anywhere. I wish I could just stop them wandering through my territory. It's like, hey, you're my rival. Get out of my land. I didn't give you permission to come through here. Now, if Jaipur actually put all of their troops together... what have we got here? Reduced local unrest, increased local trade power, but reduced local... Jalavad's opinion changed by -50. Don't care about that. If Jaipur put all their troops together in one stack, they might be able to defend against this attack, but as it happens, they're not going to, so they're just going to run away. They're actually, and of course, they are classed as the attacker because they are sieging a fort. They don't even have a general. Their general's over here, so Bermanis is just going to rip them a new one. Move towards legalism. Yeah, sure. This is why Jaipur aren't exactly the most useful of allies at the moment. It's because they just constantly getting their arse handed to them by Bermanis. I'm still looking for an inroad. I'm looking for a way that I can attack somebody. Can we please get a claim on these guys so we can do something? It would have been so nice if I could have actually got across here and got Surat, got a coastal province, because then I could have fabricated on these guys, I could have fabricated on Kutch, I could have fabricated on Sindh, and fabricated on Pabanda. There's so much stuff that we could have done, but alas, at the moment, we just cannot. Move towards legalism. Actually puts our missionary strength up and gives a little bit of local unrest in one place, but that's fine. Now, I am going to end this video soon, even though we never got into a war, because we are already over the 25-minute mark, but I would like to just deal with this rebellion, which is I'm expecting to spawn any time soon. Got a fairly decent amount of manpower, or manpower pool. 41,500 is relatively decent, but again, we aren't at cap, and we are going to be fighting some rebels soon. Trade, not really worth it. Production, not terribly worth it. Army, yes, let's get another 1,000 manpower added to that number. Obviously, that's not showing yet because they're not built yet. But remember, having a higher manpower cap also means faster manpower recovery, because your monthly manpower recovery is a percentage of your base manpower. So the higher your manpower is, yeah, that says there, the speed at which your manpower recovers is modified by your army tradition, the young conserve, and we lose some for the nobility. But it's still a percentage of our maximum manpower. So the more maximum manpower we have, then the faster we will actually recover manpower. So the missionary is actually working quite quickly now. Still leaving a couple of my guys, a couple of my diplomats going around trying to do some stuff. Taxation buildings, worth getting any? Let's drop the odd one in where we can. It's still in the early game, and there's not an awful lot else that we can spend the money on. Again, is this war over now? No, it's still going. Obviously now Bermanis is completely unsieged. Jaipur have got next to no troops left. I wonder if we'll be able to, like, form a coalition against somebody. Could we get a coalition against you? Now, they're too big to vassalize, which is a shame. Yeah, we don't have 50 aggressive expansion with them, unfortunately. You don't like that I'm allied to your rival. See, most of my aggressive expansion's gone away by this point. So, I can pretty much attack anybody without too much fear of a coalition. But I just need a fight that I can win. Let's go ahead and send an insult to Delhi. Sure, let's just go ahead and do that. Gives us a little bit of power projection. Where are we going to find our way in? Still can't declare war here. Bermanis would still come in and help you. We're getting a bit of war exhaustion, which is nice. Oh, there we go. Well, we were expecting this. We've been waiting for it for a while. Hopefully we won't lose too much manpower dealing with it. Now, the fort wasn't on, so unfortunately we count as the aggressor there. We lost 1,000 men or so. Actually, about 2,000 men. It's not terribly bad. And it will cost us some money, and it'll cost us some manpower, but it will be fine. States. I'd love to have this land from you, but it's probably not going to happen. Who's currently occupying this? It's Delhi. And Delhi is my other rival. They hate me anyway. Vijayanagar, can you stop rivaling me, please? It's not like you can really get down here and do anything against me. Probably find now that Orissa would actually join a war for me. Yeah, because our negative Diplo rep's gone away. Timurids is still in debt. Even if they weren't in debt, they wouldn't be willing to get involved in this because of, like, everything else. And Jainpur, yeah. So we've got a few useless allies right now. I will keep thinking on this one. There's got to be a way in. There's got to be a way to be able to pick somebody off. We might even be able to go against Delhi if they take some land over here. We'll just see what happens. I might even fall back on my other plan of just attacking Jainpur, because Jainpur are always weak. My concern about attacking Jainpur, which I could do by just attacking somebody that they are guaranteeing, but my concern with attacking Jainpur is that I will have eliminated one of my allies in the fact that they will no longer be an ally, and I will be in a war, which could be the perfect opportunity for Bamanis to attack. So I do have to be very careful about how I do that. But that is a problem for another video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you're still enjoying EU4. I'll see you next time, and until then, goodbye for now.